This virtual watch party for The Prodigal Princess and the Knights of the Slightly Oblong Table is brought to you by
Me.
George!
Hi.
What are you doing?
Just warming up my voice, Mary.
We don't have time for this. We need to start our song.
Okay, fine.
George, where's our song?
This is it.
What? No, George, what did you do to our song?
Don't worry, Mary. I just spiced it up a little bit. It's for the kids. Trust me. Please turn off all cell phones and silence your kids. I don't want Mary to be angry with me.
But she already is.
I know.
Now please pay attention
Yep.
to these few simple rules.
I've broken them all. Like, if you get bored, do your best not to snore and try not to drool.
Ew. Hey.
Gross. Here we go. Salutations to everybody. How are you tonight? I hope you have come prepared to be shown the story of your life.
I pray you'll excuse him.
I can't get carried away.
You think? I wish you would and stay gone for good.
Whoa, back to the play. Such a kidder.
Our tales filled with morals
Yeah,
and lessons buried within.
boring. Like, thanks to the bird, the worm has now learned that it should have slept in.
That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. There's adventure beneath every shadow.
A plot twist is looming into view.
Pay attention
If you wish to follow,
and please feel welcome to the Prodigal Princess, a tale of forgiveness. You will see kings and knights and dragon fights and also so much more. Most of you overdressed. You'll probably end up a mess. 'Cause no matter what she'll say along the way, there will be blood and gore. What?
We will talk about this later. Right now, we have
Talk
to
about what?
blood and gore, George. Really? This is a family show. Emphasis on family.
Okay, I'm not seeing the problem here.
We need to start the show.
Yeah, probably.
Good evening, lords and ladies.
Knights and damsels.
We bid you welcome to this evening's festivities. I am Mary.
And I am George, 5th Viscount of Lederhosen.
Tonight we are here to tell you the wonderful story of the Prodigal Princess and the Knights of the Slightly Oblong Table. It is a tale full of knights and princesses,
Dragons and trolls,
quests and adventures,
songs and dances,
love and forgiveness.
blood and gore.
There will be no blood and gore in this show, and that is fine.
No, please, Linda, listen. Okay, something small like a severed limb,
George!
head.
No!
Fine. You never let me do anything.
Just stick to the story.
Fine.
Which story?
Hi.
The Prodigal Princess, the one we were supposed have started 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I'm remembering.
So without further ado, Mary Gilbert and George Sullivan are pleased to present The Prodigal Princess and the Knights of the Slightly Oblong Table.
Long time ago, in a kingdom far, far away,
Yet closer than you think.
there lived a king named Arthur. Now,
Arthur.
that's what I said.
No, you said Arthur. His name's Arthur.
What kind of name for a king is that? Oh, you're just pulling my leg, aren't you? Oh, I see what you're doing. This is payback for the time I messed up Cinderella, isn't it?
It's his name, George.
Fine. King Arthur lived happily in his castle with his 2 daughters. His 2 daughters? Named Mary Helen.
Chrysanthemum and Snapdragon.
Thank you. Chrysanthemum. Wait, what? What kind of name is Snapdragon? I mean, we could go with something classic, more simple, like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, even Buttercup. But no, we pick Snapdragon.
Yes, George, because that's her name. And we cannot afford another copyright infringement lawsuit.
You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. King Arthur and his flowery daughters lived happily in the king's castle, which at this point was probably named something like Pansyland. I don't know.
Our story begins on the night of Snapdragon's 18th birthday at the family banquet in her honor.
To Snapdragon, my dear little sister.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Excuse me, Your Highness?
Yes?
I know as the Royal Herald and not the Royal Minstrel, it is not usually my test to sing songs, but the guards and I have prepared a little tune for the occasion. If we may?
By all means.
Me, 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 me. One, two, three, four.
Happy, happy birthday from all of us to you. Oh, Princess, it's your birthday, and all your dreams come true. Happy, happy birthday, we hope you like the song. We wrote it for your birthday, and it isn't very long. Hey! Happy birthday!
Thank you, I love it.
Snapdragon, it has been such a joy to watch you grow and mature into the young lady I see today. I want you to know that this gift is a token of my unchanging love for you.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Thank you.
Let's go see how it looks.
Snapdragon was in a state of pure delight. The circlet made her feel grown up and sophisticated. Life couldn't get any better.
Wait, let me tell this part. I like it.
Then, one night, as she was walking through the palace, Princess Snapdragon met this really weird peddler. What?
Don't tell them what's going to happen.
We're the narrators. Last I checked, that was like, our job.
We're supposed to tell them a story, not give one away.
Oh, pardon me, oh great storyteller.
How would you, in all of your infinite wisdom, tell the story?
Something like this.
Uh-huh.
Then, one night, something very unexpected happened.
Okay.
Then, one night, something very unexpected happened.
Good job.
Good job.
You can stop that now, George.
You can stop that now, George.
Good evening, Highness. We have someone here who seeks an audience with you.
Who is it?
Well, Highness, we aren't sure. She says she's a peddler, but I don't think we can trust her.
And why is that?
Well, Highness, we caught her on the roof.
The peddler on the roof?
What exactly was the peddler doing on the roof?
Well, Highness, she was fiddling with the latches on your balcony window.
So the peddler was fiddling on my roof?
Essentially, yes, Highness. When we caught her, she insisted that we bring her to you immediately.
Well, then I guess you should bring her here.
Are you sure, Highness? That might not be safe.
How could someone who wants to see me so badly that they sneak past the guards at the gate, climb up onto the roof, and try to get into my room through the balcony window possibly mean me any harm?
You make a valid point, Highness. I'll bring her in. Bring her in! This is her, Highness, if you'll excuse us.
Thank you, milady, for granting me audience. I, Jura, am your humble servant.
I must ask, why were you on my roof?
That, milady, I can tell you in one word. Tradition.
Tradition?
It is a long-standing tradition amongst us peddlers to leave a present inside the window of the prettiest young lady in town. It's good luck. Besides, a good word from the princess certainly wouldn't hurt my business. Can I interest you in anything?
Oh, you have so many lovely things.
Thank you, milady. For you, I only bring the best. My goods are the rarest from around the world. I'm a peddler by trade and I travel a lot. Never do I stay very long in one spot. Buying and selling to people like you. That's what I do. That's what I do. I have things from across the face of the earth. From candy to magic hair dyes. So come, my dear princess, I'm sure you will find whatever catches your eye. I've furs here from Russia and chocolate from Spain, tonic from Egypt to cure all your pain, silk, herbs, and spices all brought here for you. That's just a few. That's just a few. Fabric and magic and instruments too. Jewelry to deal for your toast. So come, my dear princess, I'm sure you will find whatever pleases you most. I've traveled the roads north and south, east and west. The goods that I sell, they are only the best. Off on adventure, I take all in stride. Me as my guide, me as my guide. I haven't a care and I haven't a charge. No one has a hold on my life. So come, my dear princess, look here for delight. Find it in the name of Christ. Find it in the name of Christ.
Have you really been to all those places?
Yes, milady, I've traveled from the Emerald Isles to Cathay.
It sounds so romantic. No, adventurous. Off on your own, traveling the world.
There's nothing like it. But what does your heart desire?
The one thing I truly desire, I can't buy.
Don't be so sure, milady. Everything has a price.
Your experiences. I want to go places and see things. You can read about adventure all you want, but to actually have one, to know the world as more than just the pages in a book.
I see. Milady has a soul of a wanderer.
Maybe, but it's all just dreaming.
Why not follow your heart?
I can't leave the kingdom on my own. My father says it's too dangerous.
So, he's forbidden you to travel.
No, I mean, not exactly. My father loves me. He's just trying to protect me.
Milady, can I as one wanderer to another?
You may.
Princess, the longings of your heart cannot be ignored without consequence. If your soul cries for the downs and the roads, the mountains and the sea breeze, then you must follow. You are filled with the spirit of a gypsy.
I am?
Yes. Yes, you are. But I see something more. Something in your eyes.
What is it?
Just as I thought.
What did you see?
Greatness, milady. I saw greatness. It is written in your stars.
What do you mean by greatness?
The call within you. Your longing to be free from restriction. It is the call of your destiny. It is no mere wanderlust. You will be a great queen by your own right, and by your own will you shall rule. Do not be afraid of who you are, princess. You must seize upon this destiny, your destiny, and let no one hold you back. Trust your heart, milady, and they will not lead you wrong. So on, Snapdragon, and look around, search around my table. I've been places that you've dreamed of, and wish you were able to go there too. Snapdragon, what is stopping?
There you are. I thought you wanted me to do your hair.
Oh, yes, I was just daydreaming.
I can't say that I'm surprised, but are you sure you're good?
Absolutely. Are you still going to do my hair?
With pleasure. Take a seat. I guess I'm going to have to work around your circlet now. It's so exciting that you're old enough to wear one too. Snaps? Snapdragon?
Huh?
You're doing it again. What's on your mind?
Nothing. It's nothing.
If you say so.
It's just... I don't know.
I knew it was something. Come on, say it.
Well, I was wondering, would it be so bad? Well, what would it be like if one of us were to see what's beyond the borders?
Leave the kingdom?
Not saying that I want to. I was just curious.
I think Father has made it pretty clear that it's dangerous out there and he doesn't want us going. So I don't know that it makes much sense to wonder about it.
Of course, you're right. I was just daydreaming.
You think of the strangest things sometimes.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Though at first she was able to shrug it off, a feeling of restlessness began to grow inside of Snapdragon. She began to feel discontent and sheltered, as if her father wanted her to stay a little girl forever.
The happy, contented Snapdragon no longer existed. She thought of nothing but what she could now. Oh no.
Her discontent began to drive a wedge between herself and her family.
Hold me, Mary. Please.
You have to understand, Chris. It's hard for someone like me to be locked up in a place like this. I'm a wanderer, a traveler. I have a gypsy soul.
How am I supposed to understand you, Snaps? Running off beyond the borders just to scratch an itch isn't something I'm going to stand for.
It's not an itch, it's my fate. It's who I was born to be. She saw it.
Who? Who saw it?
It doesn't matter.
Who?
Jura.
Laura, the peddler. She saw I was destined for greatness, but not here though.
Someone where I can stand on my own. She saw in my stars, my palm, and my heart.
She was a diviner? You know that Father forbids consulting with magicians. It's dangerous.
I know that Father wants to keep me locked up here. I thought you could understand that. I'd hoped you'd be on my side.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
I am now. That's why I have to go.
You aren't going anywhere.
You can't stop me.
Father will.
Forgetting all of their nonsense. Nobody cares what they think. These petty rules that they placed here won't stop me from being free. For goodness sake, I'm a princess. But looking round, all I see is life around here is oh so drear, and it doesn't appeal to me. Who are they to stand in my way? I'll show them I am not afraid. 'Cause I can do anything when I'm out there on my own. Finally free to be who I am inside my soul, setting my spirit free. It's high time I let go, 'cause all these regulations are building someone I don't know. I'll take the leap into the open air. I'll spread my wings and sail off anywhere. 'Cause finally I have been set free. I won't look back, 'cause what they lack is here inside of me. Never looking behind me. I've said my final farewell. Don't want to be old history. I want a story that's mine to tell. I know you'll try to convince me that I'm not thinking this through. But the only mistake that I have made was listening to you. 'Cause I can do anything when I'm out there on my own. Finally free to be me.
Father, you must stop her.
I understand your frustration, but she has to make a choice between herself and me. I'm not going to force her either way. She's well aware of the rules that govern my household. But you, Chrysanthemum, you must make sure that your love of order and honor do not prevent you from loving her.
But she cannot be allowed to do this.
My lord, the princess...
Father, I've come for what's rightfully mine.
What?
I'm leaving and I'm taking my inheritance.
Have you gone absolutely mad?
I'm not mad. I'm seeing clearly for the first time.
You're a traitor.
And you're a tyrant.
Your inheritance is father's to give, not yours to demand.
That's enough. Orders will be given. You will have your inheritance.
Father, how can you?
Snapdragon, I know you've chosen to leave, but
Don't try to talk me out of it. It won't work.
know that I will always love you.
You don't even know what love is. How can you say you love me when you try to keep me a prisoner for life?
I wish you would listen to me.
And I wish you. I wish you were dead.
you become self-centered.
That little girl needs to be taught a lesson.
George!
No, really, I'm gonna go teach her a lesson right now.
George, where are you going?
I've got a stick to beat the pretty lady with.
Stop! Stop!
What?
You can't beat her with a stick.
Why?
For several reasons. First, we're not supposed to interfere with the story, and this is definitely interfering. Second, a beating won't do her any good. It would only make her angrier. We must let her father handle this.
Just one whack.
George!
It'll be small. The worst she'll have is a brain hemorrhage.
Soon, Snapdragon was off on her own.
Now that she was beyond borders, adventure wasn't far off.
Wait a second. George, what happens here?
This is where she meets the old hag.
There isn't an old hag in the story.
Well, there is now. Come on, what's a fairy tale without an old hag? Hey, she looks just like you.
Who are you? I'm the old hag. You can't have a fairy tale without an old hag. Really? Beware. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. I don't have a dog. Aren't you Dorothy? No. Inconceivable! Oh, I'm in the wrong fairy tale again! I must be getting old! Oh, what a world! Melting! I guess I should have known where I was going.
Perhaps I can help with that.
Sure. I must say, it's so nice to see your friendly face out here.
The open road can seem intimidating at first, but as you learn to embrace your destiny, adventure will become a way of life.
Yes. How do I do that?
Do what, Hannes?
Embrace my destiny. I mean, I know you told me I'm fated to rule over a great kingdom, but how do I know where to go? What to do? What steps must I take to fulfill my true potential?
I must say, Highness, I'm impressed by the depth of your insight. Many novices wander for many years before they truly seek to fulfill their destiny.
I don't want to waste a moment. If this truly is the life for me, then I want to live every moment to the fullest. I just don't know where to start.
Let your heart follow the path of your fortune, and your feet will not fail to find their place.
That's so wise.
But I see you're headed down this path, and mine takes another way.
Oh, wait! I'll go with you!
What?
I mean, you've already taught me so much already. Imagine how much more clearly I'd be able to see my fate.
But you must learn to see it for yourself.
But how?
You must learn to listen.
Listen?
Yes. Listen to the calling of the stars. Hear the wisdom of the river. Hearken with the voices of the mountain, and then paint with all the colors of the wind.
But what if I don't hear anything?
In that case, look for a sign.
Like what?
Like this.
A twig?
This is no mere twig. This is the fork of an ancient oak.
Oh.
The wisdom of the years of this oak will guide your path. In fact, I will show you. You close your eyes and let the fates decide. See, milady? Now you. Close your eyes and let the fates guide your way.
I feel it! I feel the fates!
Good, now open your eyes.
Where does that lead to?
that leads to the village of people.
Then I guess this is where we part ways.
Remember, trust your heart, my lady, and it will not lead you wrong.
I will. Thank you for everything, Jura. You must come and see me when I have my kingdom.
We will certainly meet again.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Meanwhile, in Arthur's kingdom, Green Knight arrived at the palace in answer to the king's summons.
George, run down for the tree! Are you all right?
This is why I don't recycle.
Meanwhile, back in Arthur's kingdom, 3 knights arrived at the palace in answer to the king's summons. Come on, there's a first aid kit in the back.
Uppy.
Cease and desist from thy moving hence, and alert by thy speech whom thou dost be, and whither thou dost hie thee upon this merry morrow, milord.
Oh, I got this, guys. Speaking to Espanol.
Speakest thee not the king's English?
I expect a pay at late ute. Uye.
Guy, he's speaking English.
I'm not quite so sure about that.
Just trust me, he is.
Then what did he say?
Stop! Who are you, and where are you going today?
Bilingual. Impressive.
Oh, still haven't answered my question.
My apologies. This is Sir Richard, the chicken-hearted, Sir Guy, the gullible, and I'm Sir Edwin, the eel.
Knights of the slightly oblong table, assemble!
We've ridden far and answered. That's what I said.
On horses.
Well, no.
You're not riding horses.
That's
You're all just smacking coconut halves together.
Really?
That's what I was saying.
You see, I have a fear of heights, so getting on a horse and galloping around really was not an option.
Where did you get the coconuts?
Pardon?
Where did you get the coconuts?
At the market. Where else?
Ah, yes. Well, I suppose now you'll tell me that a swallow brought them to the market.
No.
Oh, well, really? It's just normally... are you sure you don't want to argue about the aerodynamics of a swallow carrying a coconut?
No. We're just here to see the king.
All right. We're here to see the king. We're here to see the king. Everyone's always here to see the king. Just once, I would like to hear, hey, I'm here to see God number 2.
Guys, now I can show you that souvenir I got from the market.
Whoa, okay. That's big. What is it?
This is the sacred egg of Saint Egbert of Egdenstein.
Who?
Are you seriously that gullible guy? This isn't a sacred egg.
Really? Then what is it?
It's a dragon's egg.
Whoa, that is so cool. I didn't know Saint Egbert had a dragon.
Saint Egbert didn't have a dragon. Saint Egbert didn't even exist. That's just a dragon's egg.
Whoa, that is still cool.
Guy, that is not cool. We're not dealing with some pet puppy dog. There is a terrible monster in that thing.
I'll love it and hug it and call it George.
Oh, a 40-foot monster's gonna pop out of that thing, look at me and say, ooh, drumstick.
Richard, what does the 40-foot monster have to do with little Georgie here?
Oh,
so
great!
cute.
Now he's named the thing. I swear it's gonna eat us alive.
He's right, guy. This thing is gonna grow up to be a man-eating, house-smashing, fire-breathing beast!
Oh, cool, right?
In the eyes of a 40-foot dragon, you're a chicken nugget with legs.
Guys, on the ground!
Right, because nothing makes a good impression on the king like walking out here to find us covered in dragon yolk.
Then we'll send it to France. It'll be across the channel then.
Who would we get to take a dragon egg to France?
We'll get a flat rate box. If it fits, it sips.
What are you babbling about?
They continued for some time discussing the best way to dispose of the egg, but eventually they all agreed on a seemingly foolproof plan.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Sir Knights.
Think nothing of it, my king. We, the knights of the slightly oblong table, live but to serve our liege lord. Eggs?
Thank you, Sir Guy. I've already had breakfast. I have a very important mission that I need the three of you to undertake. As you may have heard, my daughter has left the borders of my kingdom.
It's dangerous out there.
Something akin to my own sentiments, Sir Richard. She's gone. She thinks I don't love her. I do. Very, very much. And I'm very worried about her. I need the three of you to find her and deliver a message.
We will, my lord. We're on our way.
Wait, Guy. He hasn't told us the message yet.
Oh, yes.
Tell her this. No matter what happens, I love her. I'm waiting to welcome her home and forgive her. Tell her that, and I will be most grateful.
We will, my lord.
Wait, Guy. My king, you've done us a great honor by asking us to do this. But with all due respect, you should get someone else. Sir Richard is a coward.
Actually, my therapist calls it a highly adverse reaction to danger.
And Sir Guy has all the mental capability of a walnut about to be baked into a brownie.
Thank you.
And I'm the biggest pessimist this side of Rome. Your Highness, you've chosen the wrong knights.
Sir Edwin, I knew all of you and all of your faults when I called you. You are the knights I have chosen for this mission. But I won't send you out without my aid. Send in the page.
Hark, page! Hide thee here, for thou hast been summoned upon his majesty's post haste!
This is my trusted servant and page, Page Turner. She will accompany you on your quest and aid you as she may.
But sire...
Sir Edwin, trust me and follow my instructions. That is all I ask.
Yes, sire.
Good. Then go, and my blessing go with you.
Father, why are you trying to bring her back? Her choice cannot be changed.
No, but it can be forgiven.
Meanwhile, Snapdragon arrived at the village which the Fates had directed her to. What she didn't know was that when she arrived...
Bring out your dead!
What she didn't know was that when she arrived...
Bring out your dead!
George, what is going on here?
That's Herbert, the gruff, lovable trash guy.
Pleasure to meet you.
George, what is he doing here? No offense, Herbert.
Oh, none taken, madam.
He's the cover.
The what?
The cover, you know, the guy who comes out and entertains the audience while we get ready for the next scene.
I thought I was just a trash guy.
No, George, we were supposed to be telling the audience the backstory to the Knights.
What's there to know? They're losers. But Herbert here has dreamed of becoming a main character his entire life, denied and rejected by the cruel world. He turned to a life of garbage. Now you, Mary, would deny him, that beautiful man-child, the one and only chance he has had at becoming the star he has always wanted to be. You sicken me.
Actually, I kind of like being the trash guy. There's really no pressure and the benefits are nice.
Benefits, you say?
Well, the dress code's quite casual. And you'll come to find there's a endless variety of snacks.
No, okay, we really don't have time for this. We need to start the next scene.
I'd best get going anyways.
Look at the time. 1/2 Freckle. We better get going.
Snapdragon arrived at the Village of People.
Where is she found? Yet another adventure.
Jura was right. This town is perfect.
Excuse me, would you get everyone's attention for me? Why? Because I'm here. Who are you? I'm Snapdragon. The fates guided me here to be your queen.
Who made you queen?
Fate. The wisdom of the sacred oak guided me here to my destiny.
Followed a stick. Hey everyone, this lady followed a stick, and it told her she gets to be queen over us.
Not a stick. Fate. No. What are you talking about? Fate? It's ancient oak. Don't you people know anything about fate?
Can I see fate?
I suppose so.
I broke fate.
Ancient oak or not, the fates guided me here to be your queen, so you'll all be my subjects eventually, one way or the other.
And if we refuse to be your subjects?
Like I said, one way or the other.
Is that so?
It is. You need to understand something, Princess. Just because you shut up with a tiara and a twig doesn't mean your wishes are command. Right? Right!
You're off your royal rocker, if you're thinking.
A town slave is what your grace deserves.
I must hand it to your princess.
What you lack in brains, you make a foreigner.
So you think you're better than us, just 'cause you wear a crown.
Let's try this again.
So you think you're better than us, just 'cause you're wearing a crown. How you would guardians for you, your hair moss around. You're no longer reigning, you no longer rule. We're independent, stop being a fool.
Who you think you are? Let me set you straight. Don't care if you're king or duke or queen or so-and-so, but great. Go find another town to do your dirty work, because that's the same. I don't get paid to rub my face in
Hold on, everybody. No need to lose our cool. Princess, please forgive them. They stink at social cues. We hoped you liked your visit. Please come back when you can.
Just be prepared to say your prayers before you come again. So you think you're better than us, that you have got the right. Stop telling us what we can't do unless you want to have fun. Just 'cause we're peasants, we don't have to do whatever we're ordered by people like you.
Back up, Dave.
Oh, sir, you saved my life. I thought for sure they were going to kill me.
Yes, they are insolent but musical peasants.
How can I ever repay you?
Oh, think nothing of it. It's not every day I get to rescue such a gorgeous lady such as yourself. If you'll allow me, I will introduce myself. I'm Count Edward of the County of Edward. And I am totally and unreservedly at your service, Princess Snapdragon.
Thank you, but how did you know my name?
Who else could you be? Your beauty precedes you. Now, if you'll permit me, I will escort you to a place where you'll be safe for the night. The King of Brenton looks at me and says, I must have the name of your tailor. I give it to him and the people were saved.
How thrilling!
Yes, it was. But not nearly as thrilling as the time I took down a dragon with a beam of sunlight reflecting off my pearly whites. But enough about me. I feel as though we've spoken of nothing but my exploits, and my dashing good looks, my manly strength, and my rapier wit. I want to know more about you, Princess. For example, what do you think about me?
Where to begin?
Oh, yes, I have that effect on people, as do you.
You really think so?
Oh, absolutely. Your eyes, they're captivating.
They are?
Oh, yes, I can't stop looking at them. They just reflect me so well.
Oh, how sweet.
Yes, it's one of the things I like most about myself. Snapdragon, I know we've only known each other for a short while, but I feel something for you I've never felt for anyone other than myself. Snapdragon, I think I love you.
As crazy as it sounds, I think I love you too.
Of course you do. I know it's a little fast, but Snapdragon, would you do yourself the immense honor of marrying me?
It's not fast, it's fate. Of course I'll marry you.
Welcome home, my Lord Count Edward of the County of Edward, and 1,000 greetings and a most courteous welcome to you, his favored guest.
Thank you, Sergeant. Your timing is impeccable.
My pleasure, your immenseness.
Eminence, you beloved servant.
Congratulations on finding the lady, boy!
And what a find she is!
She is my fiancée.
Awkward! What did he mean by find the lady?
Oh, that is Boris. He's a bit slow in the head. He merely means that when I departed on my journey, I had gone to seek my true love. And I found you.
Oh, how romantic.
And I'm Sergeant your ladyship, the Count right-hand man, as it were.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And who are your friends?
This is Boris.
Oh!
Igor.
And I'm Yvonne, the toughest minion of them all.
The toughest what?
Men at arms! These are all my men at arms. But enough with the introductions. Wouldn't you like the grand tour? After all, this is your new home.
That sounds wonderful.
Guess the Count has found his true countess.
It'll be good to see him settle down with someone who loves him just as much as he does.
I love it when there's a happily ever after.
I don't remember him saying he was looking for true love. Wasn't he just
That may be, but it doesn't mean he can't be in love now. Now quit your griping, we have work to do. Those floors ain't gonna mop themselves.
Do we
Have to!
I thought we became evil minions.
We didn't have to do that kind of work. We're trained warriors.
He's right.
No, you're thinking of goons. Or maybe henchmen. They get the violence without the chores. Minions, on the other hand, are pretty much the unpaid interns of evil.
He's right, too.
Wait, we don't get paid?
No.
That explains it.
Would you two quit your griping and come on?
Wait, can't we at least do something evil? Real quick.
Evil? Yay! I don't know. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh.
At least we still be able to feel like we're in the game.
It would certainly be a morale boost. I guess a little bit of evil wouldn't hurt. What did you have in mind?
What if we steal some cookies?
We did that this morning, remember? We're all out.
Oh, right.
What if we wrote someone a letter, but misspelled all the words on purpose?
No. It's gotta be something real nasty. I've got it! What if we toilet paper the castles? Ready? 1, 2.
You imbecile! You almost ruined everything! Can you even imagine a world in which you weren't a bumbling band of idiots whose brains are filled with dirt? You're mentally blind, but even you can see. In order to be marvelous, you must be me. I have tricks up my sleeve that no psychic could perceive. Far too cunning, much too clever to believe. Yes, my plan's so utterly perspicacious, just like me. I'm so brilliant when it comes to, well, everything. What's the point of savvy intellect if your fashion skills are all but killed by total gross neglect? A genius mind is nothing but a waste, if not a way the garments made from best taste. It's been my observation that no matter the year you shine, with a little preparation and a trending inclination to self-success on the sovereign social ladder, it's appearances that matter. Will never ever flatter if your clothes are in a tatter. You're best dressed to impress. And as you can see, the brilliant mastermind is me. None can come close to outdo my hair, for I am the king.
Metaphorically speaking,
It's gobbledygook. Think you'll find glory in a book, smarts and a group out to wow a big crowd. It's all about looks, and trust me, I got looks.
Why are we stopping?
It's all right, Richard. We just need a quick rest.
But there are so many people in the town.
Be okay, all right?
I'll go search for the princess.
Hold your horses, guy. Stick with the rest of us and don't wander off.
He's right, though.
I am? Wow.
That old hag did say that Snapdragon came this way. And this is the only big town in the area. We might as well ask around. Someone's bound to have seen her.
I'll go.
Wait, guy. Look at how many people there are here. Trying to find one person in all of this who might have seen her would be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Did you say needles? I don't like needles or haystacks. They're on the list.
Or an acorn in a pile of acorns.
No, not like that at all. It's a waste of time, Paige. I'm not willing to separate us for the sake of some wild goose chase.
We should at least try.
Well, what do you want me to do? Just stand here and yell
Would
out?
anyone who has seen a beautiful princess with delusions of grandeur please step forward?
Lucky guess.
Do you say you were looking for a delusional princess?
Yes. Have you seen her?
Oh, we saw her, all right.
She came barging into town waving a twig, spouting off a bunch of monarchist nonsense, and demanding that we be her slaves. Oh!
Is she still here?
Oh, she's long gone by now. Hightailed it out of here with that fancy man.
Good riddance.
What my friends here are trying to relate is that this princess of yours came in making wild claims of authority and demanding that we do her bidding.
No.
We simply encouraged her to move along.
Who is this fancy man?
I couldn't be sure, but I believe she left with Count Ed.
Wait, Count Ed, what?
I'm sorry?
You said she left with Counted. Counted what? Counted beans, counted coins. What was it that she had counted?
Not counted, Count Ed.
Saying it slowly doesn't help explain what was counted.
No, that's his name.
Whose name?
Count Ed's name.
He counted his own name? That doesn't make sense. How many names does this guy have?
No! Count Edward. Count Ed is an abbreviation of Count Edward.
Oh, okay. Alright. Wait, but who counted him?
Guy, let me handle this. Where can we find Count Ed?
In the county of Edward, just follow the signpost, I'll show you the road. But we've answered enough questions, I think. We have work to do.
I think we're good, thanks. At least now we've got some directions. Let's go.
Oh, thank you.
As our knights journeyed on in astounding mediocrity, they came to a bridge. And the bridge was over a river. And the river was in front of them, which means they had to cross the river, which means they had to use the bridge. But there was an unforeseen problem, which we are about to show you in this next scene. In fact, we wouldn't have this scene unless there was a problem crossing the bridge that goes over the river. Because a scene about crossing a bridge would be rather boring if there was no conflict, am I right?
Yes, George, I think they've got the idea.
By a show of hands, how many of you got it? Oh, yeah, that worked a lot better than last time.
Wait a second, George, there isn't a bridge scene in this.
It's okay, just go away, go away.
I can't let you pass here.
Why not?
You have to answer a series of questions and riddles first. I am Bert the Troll.
You're a troll.
Yes, well, me mother was a troll, but me father was an ogre, but I'm okay with that now.
What was that?
Oh, that's just me boss, Hubert the Roofless. I was supposed to introduce him so he could ask you the questions, but I forgot.
Doesn't sound like a very pleasant fellow.
Oh, nah, he ain't that bad.
You said he was ruthless.
No, not ruthless. Roofless. He hasn't got a roof on his house. Sorry. Presenting Hubert the Roofless.
You oaf! I should have just introduced myself after you bungled it like that. I am Hubert the Gnome, and you have approached my troll bridge. I will ask you 3 questions. If you can answer them, you may cross my bridge.
Plus, you get a free bag of our world-famous Troll Bridge cookies. Nothing beats cookies baked under a bridge.
Wait, you guys have a bakery under there?
I thought it was nothing beats a cookie baked in a tree.
No! That's the little elves always baking in the little trees. They disgust me, them and their pointy hats.
But boss, you have a pointy hat.
Oh, did I say hats? I meant shoes. They're pointy little shoes. Why does everyone think they're so cute? A bunch of little fat people dressed up like Christmas cookies has cult written all over it if you ask me.
Stay on target, gnome leader.
Oh, right. If you fail to correctly answer the questions, you will...
Let me guess, die a horrible death? Yeah, we know the drill.
Even worse,
Never watch Bird and I eat a whole bag of cookies in front of you, and we won't share a crumb.
Not to mention, you can't cross the bridge.
Sounds fun. Give us the questions.
What is your name?
What kind of question is that? Whose name do you want me to say?
Questioning the question, once delivered by the questionnaire, is unquestionably against the rules.
What? That's not even... Fine. Just give us the next question.
Strike one. What is your quest?
To find the Princess Snapdragon.
Well?
Well, what?
Did we get it right?
I actually have no way of knowing that. It is your quest, after all.
This is ridiculous.
It all comes down to this last question. Dun dun dun! What are the famous last words of Duke Kingsley of Princeton, as immortalized in Act 4, Scene 38 of the great Sicilian tragic comedy, Inconceivable? The musical.
Do any of you have the slightest idea what he's talking about?
I've heard of it before, but I'm not familiar enough to guess.
Are we going to have to swim?
Could the answer be written on the back of his note card? Maybe I could try to sneak around and...
We're not getting this one right.
Time's a ticking. I need an answer.
Pick me! Pick me! Pick me! Come on, Edwin, I know this. Pick me! Come on.
Go for it, guy.
Is the answer... Oops.
Bah! I'm afraid you're incorrect. The correct answer is... Cookie time, Bird. Get lost, losers.
Come on, let's go find a different bridge.
I was so close.
It's like I told the king. We weren't cut out for this.
Unfortunately, this little detour did not go according to plan. By the time our knights finally found another way across the river, they became so disoriented that even with the help of a map, they became lost. For several days, our gallant warriors trudged along the wilderness through winding trails until at last they came to a dead end.
And when they came to the dead end, they all died!
What? They can't die!
Why?
Because they're main characters and we need them to finish the show.
True. So, when they came to the dead end, they all stopped.
Yeah, that is so much less dramatic. Can we at least off Richard?
No.
How about you?
I knew it. I knew we were lost. It's a dead end.
Wait, how precisely do you know that this is a dead end?
Oh, guy.
Oh, okay.
Why is it called a dead end? Just the fact that it's... Wait, did you hear that?
I don't hear anything.
There's something moving. Oh, over there, over there!
Well, go check it out.
Me!
I see something!
What?
Trees.
Thanks, Sir Obvious.
I'm not Sir Obvious. He's not even here.
Wait, I just saw it too. Draw your swords. There could be anything in these woods.
Well, there have been rumors of goblins in the area.
Not to mention the ogres.
And there have been a lot of Bigfoot sightings too.
Goblins?
Ogres.
Bigfoots.
Oh my.
There! I saw it again!
I don't like how fast this thing's moving. It's making it hard to... Wait, there it is!
Oh, it's coming right at us!
Wait, do you think it speaks Pig Latin? Maybe I should try and communicate.
Too late! Here it comes!
Today is a good day to die. Fucking Arthur!
Whatever it is, stick together.
The monster is behind the chipmunk?
It is the chipmunk, guy!
Are you alright?
No, Paige, I'm not. I told the king something like this would happen. He should have sent better knights.
Don't you think the king would pick the right knights for a job so important to him?
Normally I would say yes, but you saw what just happened. We almost did battle with a chipmunk, a small woodland rodent. Oh, and if that weren't enough, we're lost at a dead end in the middle of the forest, weeks away from civilization. We're a mistake, no matter how you cut it.
Oh, did you say we're weeks away from civilization?
Haven't you noticed all the time we've been traveling?
I did. Just wasn't sure how much was real and how much was nightmare.
Tell me about it.
King Arthur never makes mistakes.
I don't think you realize who we are, Paige. Sir Guy was a street urchin that didn't even have the street smarts to graduate the school of hard knocks. Sir Richard was the useless younger son of a lord that spent most of his life running from his own shadow. And when the king found me, I was a slobbering drunk who couldn't face the world. We aren't heroes. We wouldn't even be knights if the king hadn't taken pity on us.
It wasn't pity, Sir Edwin. It was love. A love that prompted a king to set aside the dignity of his rank and reach down to lift you up. That same love that brought you out of your former selves. And now your king's asked you to extend that love to his daughter by delivering this message. You are his choice. He chose you because where you are weak, he is strong. It may feel like you're the wrong decision, but when you obey him in the face of your doubts, in spite of your fears, and even when you don't understand why, it's then that the perfection of his plan becomes clear. You have to make a choice. Every moment is a choice, Sir Knights. So, whom will you serve? Yourselves? Or your king?
Days had passed, and at Count Ed's castle, wedding preparations were rapidly moving forward. Every detail had to be just right, and Snapdragon spared no effort or expense in the endeavor.
But in the midst of the chaos, she was nice enough to take time out of her busy schedule and write a letter home to gloat. Inform her family about her new life.
And so my adventures have brought me to the loving embrace of the man who I'm meant to be with. Count Ed is kind, gentle, caring, handsome, manly. Oh, I didn't see you there.
Don't let me interrupt.
My darling, you are never an interruption. I can hardly believe that we'll be Count and Countess in just a few days.
Yes, about that. I'm afraid I'm in need of a new hat. You see, I wouldn't have brought it up, except you did say you wanted to have the perfect wedding. And as you know, my money is tied up in my many charities. So I just couldn't bring myself to buy it. But since you said you wanted me to look nice, I thought I'd mention it.
Oh, my dear, you know that everything I have is yours. Of course I'll buy the new hat.
I knew you'd see it that way. Sergeant. What do you think? Doesn't it accent my eyes?
Oh, absolutely, my love.
I almost hate to bring it up, but there is the matter of armor for the men. As you know, I don't really care about appearances, but their armor is getting a bit shabby.
Have
Have the men go down to the armor at once. I'll pay for whatever is needed.
Sergeant! Have the men go down to the armory. Get them fitted with chainmail, plate armor, and the such like.
With great speed and acidity, my lord.
Agility! You... Never mind. By the way, you don't have to call me Count Ed. It's so formal. You can call me Gorgeous.
Snapdragon was in love with her new life, making her own choices, captaining her own fate, and purchasing whatever she liked.
But as we all have to figure out at one point, purchases may be fun, but bills are not. Quack, quack. Bills, get it? Whatever.
Oh my!
Oh, what's that, my dear?
It's the bill from the tailor. I had no idea one suit could cost so much. There must be some mistake.
Let me see. No. No. There's no mistake. I did have to get just a few other accessories to complete my ensemble, but I knew you wouldn't mind.
But you should have told me. After all, it is my money.
Of course, my dear. I never should have taken the liberty of spending your money without asking you first. But now I know, so I won't even mention the sealskin boots, new furniture for the hall, or a day at the spa. I was only thinking of you.
Oh, my dear, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have gotten angry. You really are always thinking of me and what I'd want. I was just being selfish. After all, the money really is ours.
I forgive you, my love.
Pardon me, my lord, but there's a guest here to see you.
Would you excuse me, my dear?
Of course. I'll see you at dinner.
Send her in.
No need. I let myself in. How are things going here?
You have no idea how hard it is to pretend I love someone other than myself.
Oh, you poor thing! Not what I was asking.
Everything is fine. She has no idea whatsoever of what's going on.
Good. Make sure to keep it that way. The longer she stays, the more desperate her father will be and the more willing to bargain.
I get that, but can't I just lock her in my dungeon and be done with it?
If her father caught wind of something like that, he'd know immediately what we were up to. No. Babysit Her Highness just a little longer and we'll trade her in for a crown.
At least she's good for money. I get her to pay for everything. I even got her to buy new armor for the men. Sergeant, have the men model the new chainmail and plate armor. Oh, and I got a few tailor-made suits for myself, of course.
I forgot to mention, my lord, there was a slight problem at the armory. They were out of chamber, but don't worry, I got the next best thing.
And what's that?
Junk mail. But don't worry, sir. They had plenty of plate armor.
Sergeant, it occurs to me that your brain and the Holy Grail have one great thing in common.
And what's that, my lord?
They don't exist! Get lost! Oh, good help. It's so hard to find.
Tell me about it.
What?
If you mess this up, it will become my lifelong pleasure to ensure that you regret it. Am I clear?
Whoa! Who was that?
George, you know who that was.
No, I don't.
Really?
Really?
No way!
It helps to memorize the story before you tell it.
Okay, I gotta see how this plays out. Come on.
George, stop!
What?
Where are you going?
Shortcut. Come on.
George, watch out! There's
I see the tree.
I was going to say ho! Are you alright?
Ow. Go on. You'll have to finish the story without me.
Don't be silly, I'm going to get you out.
Just leave me a little water, some ammo, some chips if you have any.
Stop being melodramatic. Meanwhile, back in King Arthur's kingdom, Chrysanthemum was reading Snapdragon's letter. I'm going to find a rope. Just hang in there.
Hurry, I'm hungry.
You little twit! How can you be so naive? That isn't love. It sounds more like heartburn to me. Oh, so you're glad you're on your own, huh? I can't understand why Father is still trying to find you after all the pain you've caused. Oh, Snapdragon, little sister, who she thinks she is. I was relieved for her to leave, but now she's doing this. Father's grieving, seldom sleeping, never letting go. How can she, and yet not me, deserve such love and hope? Who is she, that she deserves to have my father's favor? Who is she, that father's heart belongs to her, not me? After all I've done, obeying every rule, I will not be party to the rescue of this fool. Who is she, that all I've done deserves so little notice? Who is she, that she is placed so high above myself? Who is she? That she has placed my feelings at an impasse. Who is she, that my own heart is viewed as second rate after all I've done, obeying every rule? I will not be party to the rescue of this fool. She has stolen father's heart, though I have served him faithfully. Who is she?
We are still experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Wait a second. Y'all can still hear me, right? Yeah. If you can hear me, raise your right hand. Oh, yeah, right. If you can hear me, clap. Thank you. It's your kind. I'll be here all night. I suppose since Mary's not here, I'll just have to continue without her. Yeah. So, after Paige's speech, the knights realized that they had been focused on themselves and their own comforts of living, rather than the king who had given them so much. So, they trudged onward, only to be met by an infamous outlaw.
Come on, just a little further and we'll camp for the night.
Are you sure we're going the right way? I really don't want to get lost again.
I think he's right. We were supposed to go left at the fork in the road. Or was it right?
What fork? I don't think you know how this works.
Halt, you bad little fool! We're getting robbed by Robin Hood. This is awesome! What did you say? I said getting robbed by Robin Hood was awesome. I am not Robin Hood! What is it with everyone thinking I'm Robin Hood? If you must know, Robin Hood is really me. I discovered him, took him under my wing, I taught him everything I know, which is saying a lot. I even let him borrow a pair of my incredibly manly tights. And how does he repay me? How?
Oh, Edwin, this guy's freaking me out.
I'll tell you how. He stole my life, my look, my brand, my engagements at motivational speaking conferences, and the tights. He took my only other pair of tights.
Who are you?
I am Errol Flynn, and these are my sisters, Mary Ann, Mary Beth, and Mary Jane. Together we are Errol Flynn and his band of merry sisters.
Errol who?
Errol Flynn, the greatest swordsman in all the land. You don't believe me. Well, watch me cut this candle in half without knocking it over.
And what would that prove?
That I can cut this candle in half without knocking it over. Just watch. It's more impressive in the movies.
Not to rush you at all, but are you going to rob us or let us go?
Well, it all depends now, doesn't it? What is your business in these woods?
We're on a mission.
A mission, eh? What kind of a mission?
We're on our way to tell the Princess Snapdragon that her father loves her and wants her to come home.
The princess we're looking for is with a man named Count Ed. Do you know where we can find him?
Count Ed? Are you sure?
Yes. Why?
Poor girl.
What do you mean?
Count Ed is bad news.
Count Ed is a usurper, a cheat, a coward, a sneak, a thief, and my brother.
I'm sensing some bad blood between you two. When our father died, he left his land and fortune to Errol.
Unfortunately, when he was away at school, our younger brother, with the help of a mysterious woman, usurped the title in his absence.
So you're the Count?
I should be. But when I returned from school, my brother had taken my role, banished our sisters, and he had killed Herman.
Oh no! Who was Herman?
He was.
Herman was his pet gopher.
He was more than a pet. He was a friend. He was furry and huggable. He didn't deserve to die.
Thus we have come to live the lives of outlaws.
My name is Errol Flynn, not Robin Hood. He stole my dice, my moves, my fame, I'm quite misunderstood. I am the greatest swordsman of them all. But thanks to him, I have nothing, no one my name recalls. I am a famous outlaw. I make bad guys stop and withdraw. With a little Zorro action, I can get quite a reaction. They run and hide away. I with my sisters Mary go on adventures so daring. We will capture the offenders. We're always the defenders. We're there to save the day. But then there is Ed, the brother who wishes I was dead.
Lied and took his land and thinks he's so grand.
I thought he should dread. He killed me!
Count Ed is a mean and wicked man.
I and my sisters vow now to help you. The good guys can win, or I'm not. Errol Flynn. So, you're off to rescue the princess from this ne'er-do-well.
Yes.
If she's just Count Ed, you may want to hurry. Why? Have you heard something?
No, but she's probably right. Let me guess. Your princess left town with some money?
Quite a bit.
There is only one reason our brother would be interested in someone other than himself, and that's so he can get something out of them. Once she's out of money, who knows what'll happen to her.
Then we better hurry to the princess. Good show, old boy. But take it from me. Cunning, strategy, and stealth. Keep your limbs to yourself. Stealth will always win the day. I will join you on your quest. I know Count Ed and his tricks, and a secret tunnel into the castle. Secret tunnels? Yes, but for tonight you'll be our guests. Come along, lads, I'll show you to our camp. Okay.
This whole mission has been a waste of time. First we're lost for weeks, and now we may be too late.
What is wrong with you?
I'm a pessimist, or haven't you noticed?
Yes, I have. But do you know what your real problem is? You're ungrateful. You refuse to focus on all the things that the king has worked out for you. Just the fact that you aren't who you were should count for something. Instead, you dwell on what might go wrong. You dread being let down, so you don't trust the king, who has done nothing but prove his faithfulness. The glass isn't half empty, Edwin. The king just hasn't finished filling it yet.
Oh, wait, George, I found the rope. Wait a second. George, stand up.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Would you like to join me up here?
But I made friends.
George!
Fine. Up. I made friends. No, George, no! No, my danger noodle.
Your what?
Danger noodle. He snakes.
Okay, we really need to get going. It took me a while to find this rope, and we're behind schedule.
Oh, no, we're not. I narrated the entire next scene from the hole.
Wow, you narrated an entire battle sequence between the knights and the ruffians of the woods from the hole?
Battle?
You know what I don't want to know. Just pick up where you left off.
Okay. That very same afternoon in the garden of Count Edward, things were about to take a turn for the Worcester. Most Worcester, bratwurst,
George!
Worcestershire sauce. Okay.
There you are, my darling. I had a question for you.
Anything, my love?
Your inheritance. That was all the money you had, correct?
Yes, why?
I was afraid of that. I'm afraid we've come to the end of your money.
But the wedding is all paid for and we'll have your money to live on. We can make this work.
I do have one money-making opportunity I can take advantage of. The tavern in town is looking for a new wench.
You want me to get a job as a barmaid?
No, silly. Slaves don't get paid.
What are you saying?
I won't beat around the bush, darling. You were good for money. You are out of money. And now I'm selling you to the Three Little Pigs Inn to make money.
You're kidding me, right? This is all just some joke.
A joke. The only joke is that you thought this could love that. Sergeant, get this out of my sight.
Nothing personal. You lying snake! You can't do this to me! Just wait until my father hears about this!
Your father. Do you honestly think he will care after the way you treated him? But even if he did, he won't be able to do anything about it. As we speak, my men are preparing to invade his kingdom. And thanks to my fellow conspirator who developed a masterful plan, we will use you to distract King Arthur. So by the time he notices what's going on, my men will have walked straight through the open gates of his castle. And my men, why, they'll be protected by the armor that you bought them. It's brilliant, don't you think? So long, princess.
No! I won't let you get away with this!
Filled with remorse, Snapdragon now realized the far-reaching consequences of her actions. But it was too late. She was sold to the landlady of the Three Little Pigs Inn to work as a waitress. George, say your line. George! George! Where did he go now? George!
My name is Fine, why they like to count as five girls getting here. We're going to eat.
Hey, Snapdragon, bring me another root beer and make it snappy.
There, enjoy.
Easy now, there's no need to snap.
How dare you laugh at me? How dare you threaten my customers? Clean up this mess, you little beggar. And I don't care what anyone else says to you. This will never happen again. Is that clear? I will not take derision from these scum.
Excuse me?
I am a princess. You were a princess.
You're one of us now.
Yeah! You're no princess anymore. I'll tell you that. Snapdragon, you're one of us now. Now it's over to the wind. It's the worst it's ever been.
And now you're slaving just to bring us root beer.
Ah, princess, you were once, but that doesn't count for much. Since you went and you spent all your money, now you're working in a bar. Look, my lady's come so far, and now you're slaving just to bring us root beer. Oh, Snappy, you're a fool. Oh, you thought you were so cool, 'cause you up and you left your brother. You had freedom until then, honey, you got taken in, and now you're slaving just to bring us root beer. Oh, Snappy's not my name. This isn't a sailing game. Don't you understand? I don't belong here. I am not like all of you. Don't you treat me like a fool. Go ahead and take it. Here's your root beer. Never guessed at the mess you would be in.
You just couldn't be content, so lucky ways.
And now you're slaving just to bring us root beer. You're no princess anymore, I'll tell you that for sure. Snapdragon, you're one of us now. Count us hold you to the end, it's the worst it's ever been. And now you're slaving just to bring us root beer.
Left my family, I left my home, nothing to return to. I lost in love, I was betrayed, sold, disowned, and ridiculed. What have I done? Oh, Snapdragon. You're loved by no one. I can't live like this. Where are you going?
What? Where am I?
I?
You're here.
What do you want?
That's none of your business. I'm here on behalf of justice.
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Please don't hurt me. I'll give you anything. Please, just don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you. It's a family show.
Then what are you gonna do?
Oh, I am so glad you asked. I am going to style your heart.
What are you doing? Why is there a character strapped to this chair?
I don't know.
How many times do I have to tell you not to interfere with the story?
But someone had to serve justice.
That would be the king's job, not ours. Now, how are we supposed to get him back in the story without him remembering what happened? You didn't even think of that, did you? Hiya! That works. Now get him back in the story while I keep things going.
Fine. Oh, someone's fed well. You're no princess anymore. I'll tell you. Oh, wait. Get him, Mary. He's getting away. Get him. I got him, Mary. We're eating good, Mary. Eating good, I tell you. You're no princess anymore. I'll tell you that for sure. Hit cut out with rubber chicken. Oh no. Oh, yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. The deed is done.
Just as Snapdragon bolted into the woods, the knights arrived at Count Ed's castle, ready to confront him and, as they thought, rescue the princess.
Traveling down the secret tunnels, they found themselves, or most of themselves, in the heart of Ed's castle. I don't think you're supposed to see a spine.
Where are we?
This is the Great Hall.
And where would the princess be?
If she's still free, she'll likely be in one of the guest rooms upstairs. If not, we'll need to go down to the dungeon.
Where are Richard and Guy?
What? I thought they were behind you.
They were just a few minutes ago.
Maybe they took a wrong turn.
Great, now we have to go back and find them.
Guards, mommy! Silence, brother.
Errol!
Yes, Edward.
Oh. Whew. Time has not been nice to you.
I've waited a long time to say this.
And what's that?
My name is Errol Flynn. You killed my gopher. Prepare to die. Where is she, you little toad?
Where is who?
The princess. What's her face?
Snapdragon.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I sold her. I mean, she moved on.
You sold her?
No, I really didn't. You see, it's a funny story. It all started with... Oh, what is that behind you?
How stupid do you think we are?
Nobody move. Yvonne hasn't shot someone on purpose. in a long time. And his self-control is precocious at best.
Don't you mean precarious?
Who cares? Right now, all you need to know is put your weapons down slowly before someone gets it in the face.
Sorry! Sergeant, take these prisoners to the dungeon. Jura will be here shortly, and I think she'll find them most interesting.
Stop! No!
What are we gonna do, Guy? We're doomed.
Come on, Richard, be brave. We've got to rescue Edwin and Paige.
Guy, are you listening to yourself? It's us. You the brainless and me the coward. What can we do?
Whatever needs to be done.
Edward!
Jura, we weren't expecting you till tomorrow.
Snapdragon, where is she?
Oh, funny enough, you were the second.
Because a little bird told me you sold her!
No. It's not as bad as it sounds, really.
You sniveling imbecile! You had one job! Watch her and keep her here! She's our leverage!
I kept her local. She's at a tavern just down the road.
Get her, now! You had better hope she's still there.
Did you hear that?
Oh, of course I heard that, Guy.
We've got to get the others out and go save her. I've got a plan.
Oh, quickly!
I can't believe this happened. Captured by my idiot brother.
So embarrassing.
Forget about being embarrassed. The princess has been sold as a slave, and we were the only ones who can help her.
I guess things aren't looking too bright, old chums.
Strange as it sounds, I never expected to end up in here.
What do you mean? This whole trip, you've been expecting everything to go wrong. Don't tell me you didn't see this one coming.
That's not what I meant. I meant I didn't even think we'd make it far enough to be captured.
Oh, I see.
If you think about it, it's really a miracle we almost succeeded.
My dear Sir Edwin, that might be the most hopeful thing I've ever heard you say.
Oh, maybe if I'd seen it earlier, it would have made a difference.
But it can make a difference. Trust him and follow his instructions.
What instructions?
Deliver the message.
I don't mean to take your place as the wet blanket, but we're still in a dungeon.
Well, then we need to get out.
Brilliant!
Paige, look around and see if you can spot the keys.
They're on the desk, but I don't see how we'll get to them.
Well, what do we have?
Richard, you're all right.
Shh! Now I hear you. Guy's keeping them busy and... Oh no, I left it.
Don't worry, the keys are over there, on the desk.
Oh, well in that case, somehow grab the keys.
Richard, I know you're scared.
Half-eaten food, garbage, spiderweb spiders specifically.
I know they're all things that are on the list, but you can do this.
Oh, germs, why'd it have to be germs?
Richard, look at me. Don't think about anything else. Just grab the keys so we can go save the princess.
We believe in you, Richard. The king believes in you.
You're gonna be okay. Just bring us the keys.
I did it.
What?
I did it.
You faced your fears.
I did it.
Man, I didn't think the donut thing would work so well. They even chased it down the stairs. They'll be out for a while, but we better hurry. That strange lady's guards have already left to get the princess from the end.
Well, friends, we have a message to deliver. Sorry, that was really cheesy.
Yeah.
Amateur. I loved it.
Come on.
Quickly and stealthily, our knights made their way back down the secret tunnel and then made haste to the Three Little Pigs Inn.
Fortunately, by now, Jura's guards had gone back to tell her the news that Snapdragon had run away into the woods.
Something our knights would soon discover for themselves. George!
Ew!
Too late, gents. We're closed for the evening.
Where is she?
Not you two.
Huh?
I already told her ladyship soldiers I don't know where the girl is.
The princess?
Yeah, her. She ran off in the woods a few hours ago. Haven't seen her since.
Did anyone go to find her?
No. We don't go in the woods around here after dark.
Why not?
Because of the dragon?
Meanwhile, in the moonlit midnight of the forest, our hapless princess stumbled on yet another misadventure.
After many hours in the forest, she found a cave. Taking shelter in it, she would soon find out the meaning of that old proverb, the light at the end of the tunnel is probably
This didn't work out how I thought. Run away from the inn just to get lost in the forest. I don't even know which way home is. What was that? Who's there?
Since you're in my cave, I'll be asking the questions.
I'm no one.
I guess you're the new tavern wench from the Three Little Pigs Inn. Am I right?
How did you know that?
Eat enough people, and you'll learn all sorts of useful information. For example, I know your name. Princess Snapdragon, isn't it? I would highly suggest that you would not run. I assure you, it would be quite pointless.
How did you know my name?
That's beside the point. The fact is, I know. I know you broke your father's heart. I know you were duped by a count and that you were sold as a slave. And the most amusing part of it all, I know you were thinking about going home.
You couldn't possibly know that.
But I do. Where else would you be running to? Tender young fool. Do you think he'd even want you back after all you've done?
My father said he would always love me.
So did your precious count. Love is an emotion, easily overcome, and even more easily cast aside. You know in your heart you will find no welcome from him.
Then what's left for me?
Nothing.
Nothing. But I can't go on like this. My life is ruined. My heart is so full of guilt and shame.
There is a remedy.
It's hopeless.
Personally, I'd recommend getting eaten by a dragon. I, of course, am always at your service.
Is this really how far I've fallen? That this is my only option? Maybe it is for the best.
Yes. Come to me, princess. I can give you peace of mind. Come, Snapdragon, and look around. You have nothing left here. Left your family, you're all alone. Nothing but regret, dear. Your life is through. Snapdragon, what is stopping you?
Thank goodness we are too late.
We were sent here by your father to tell you that he loves you.
No matter what you did, you are still his daughter.
And whatever happened, he wants you to come back home.
You can't be serious. How can my father still love me?
But he does. That's why he sent us. His love hasn't changed. He's forgiven you.
Princess, it would be our honor to escort you home.
Problem. Unless, of course, it's in a to-go box. I'm not letting any of you leave.
What? You think you're going to eat our princess? Then you can think again.
Thinking done. I'm not letting any of you leave.
We'll see about that.
Pause. Due to the violent nature of this fight, this sequence has been censored for the sake of our younger viewers. This Faith Players production is brought to you by audience members like you. Thank you.
I've got his tail. I've got his tail.
How is my shoe?
He's got tail with everyone's on top of me. Help!
Where'd he go? 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 Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Uh-oh. Light fading, limbs getting cold.
Would you just die already?
I'm sorry. I only have the one scene. Rosebud.
Shura and her men, however, had picked up their trail and followed in hot pursuit.
Our heroes were able to stay just ahead of them until one fateful morning on the edge of Arthur's kingdom.
Wait. I got this. I pray thee, see now, before you, our heroes, rising slowly from slumber troubled with the sound of marching feet, find almost upon them their swift pursuers. Now, if you will, behold the vast field upon which our battle is met. Change by your thoughts this lowly stage into a scene where sharp blades and swift death threaten our little band of friends. Those few, those lucky few, that band of brothers.
They're coming!
We can see them!
Just making sure.
Paige, Princess, if things go wrong, run.
Hand over the princess!
You hand over the princess!
Really, Guy?
It was all I could think of.
Shura? Hello, princess. What are you doing here?
what this buffoon should have done. I'm making sure you don't go home to your father. Why? Because I'm going to trade you in for a crown, that's why.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You know, if you took a few deep breaths, it might really help all these anger issues.
I don't have time for this. Get them! Drop your weapon or
That's right, drop it! Did you seriously think you could outmatch this?
Shut up, Ed! We don't have much time. Kill the others.
No!
Release her! Now!
Father!
Not!
Father, forgive me. I have come back not as your daughter, but as a servant.
You were lost, but now you're found. You were dead, but now you're alive again. I forgive you, my prodigal princess.
In triumph, our heroes journeyed back to the castle, where orders were given for a welcome home feast to be prepared. Everyone was excited.
Well, almost everyone.
George, put it down.
Oh no, I know what I'm doing. I'm taking Wii fencing. It's really helping a lot.
George, it's not the same.
Yes, it is.
And you don't even have a Wii. George,
just
give me the sword. Give it.
No.
Please.
No.
Please, remember what happened last time.
I don't. It completely wiped my memory.
Well, you should. Do I need to get the spray bottle?
You don't even have it. You can't even threaten me with something you don't.
George, put it down slowly. Put it down. Thank you. Get back there.
Father, what is going on? One of the servants just told me Snapdragon is back.
She is?
And this party is for her.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? What's wrong is that you have to ask me, what's wrong? All my life, every waking second, I have listened to you. I have obeyed your every command. I have done everything you ever asked, and I haven't gotten so much as a tea party with my friends. And now she has gone and squandered your wealth on your enemy after she has broken your heart. And what do? You throw a party for her. It isn't fair, Father.
Your sister has returned. How can we keep from celebrating?
I never left in the first place!
But there you're wrong, Chrysanthemum. Though your sister ran away, your heart has always been just as far from me. No matter what I've tried to teach you and show you, you still think that you have to earn my love. I love you because I choose to. Not because of anything you do or don't do. Yes, obedience is important, but my love isn't a title to be earned. It's a gift freely given. And if you truly understood that, if you truly understood me, you would love those that I love, especially your sister.
Father, I'm so sorry.
All is forgiven.
all is forgotten. Now we celebrate the return of both of my daughters.
My lord, the princess.
Welcome home, sister.
Thank you.
What do you say, father? Shall we begin the celebration?
We shall. But first, Sir Knights, kneel. For showing wisdom in unconventional ways, I W Sir Guy the Wise. For showing bravery in the face of your fears, I W Sir Richard the Lionheart. And for trusting in a plan that you could not see, I W Sir Edwin the Faithful. Well done, good and faithful servants. Rise, Sir Knights. And Errol.
Yes, Highness?
The lands of your father will be restored to you.
You are most gracious, Your Majesty. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now, we feast!
That was a good show, George.
It was, Mary. But you know what would just be great just to top it off?
No, what?
Maestro. We've shared adventures here with you this evening. The prodigal has been welcomed home. Count Ed and Shura, well, they lost the battle. King Arthur's on his throne. The prodigal princess, a tale of forgiveness. The knights and they found their way, helped save the day. Grace was shown to